Hi ladies, I just wanted to make a quick video for you and maybe clarify a few things before I go in. I've been out at the pool for a little bit before I go in and get back to work. So we have tons of programs, and I know a lot of you have health issues, back issues, hip issues, fibromyalgia, arthritis, all sorts of things. And just know that giving up and deciding that this isn't going to work for me without really seeing the whole picture is doing yourself a disservice. It's a lot easier to just quit and give up, but I just want to tell you a few stories. So I know someone who was 426 pounds. He chose to do Power 90, which is sort of a program like you might do before P90X. And if you've heard of P90X, it's a difficult program, but it's doable. So he decided to do that, and he was 426 pounds, not in the best frame of mind. When he started, he could only do 10 minutes. That was like barely the warm-up. So instead of just saying, well, I can't do this, and giving up, he showed up the next day and he did 10 minutes. And he showed up the next day and did 10 minutes. Well, soon he was doing 15 minutes and 20 minutes, and pretty soon he was doing the whole workout. He lost over 240 pounds by showing up for himself every day. So that's one story. I have another friend who had terrible back problems and was going to need surgery. He decided he was going to try P90X. And I'm not saying that you need to go out and do that. That's not what I'm saying. But just listen to the stories. He decided to do P90X, and he went through the program. He ended up strengthening his core, his back, learning how to feed his body better, which has a lot to do with our issues, is getting that nutrition in, which makes a big difference, quality nutrition. And he ended up not having to have back surgery. I have women who have hypothyroidism. One of my ladies, she had to go through 3 programs to lose 30 pounds, whereas somebody else might only go through 1 or 2 or a couple cycles of it. But what happened was that it just built up her confidence. She'd been trying to lose weight for like over 6 years. Her husband even messaged me to thank me for finding her on Facebook and helping her to lose weight, because it wasn't just about the weight. She gained confidence. She just felt so much better about herself because she didn't quit and give up. So that's what it's about. There are people doing these programs that have fibromyalgia, that have arthritis, that have back issues, hip issues, leg issues. Another story, in 2001 or 4, I think 4 maybe, I had been starting to work out and seeing a few results when all of a sudden my knee swelled up. And every time I stood up, my whole leg got blotchy and got really big, and it got to the point that I put myself on crutches for 32 days. They couldn't figure out what the problem was, and I couldn't walk. And so at that time, it was before I'd found these programs, I had that attitude like, well, I can't work out, and I just sat on the couch. And so everything I'd gained, I totally lost, and I just sat on the couch because I couldn't work out. That was my mentality. They finally figured out it was a blood clot in my calf. So I was still teaching full-time. I was depressed. I just was not in a good place, frustrated, unhappy with myself. When I found P90X, I decided I was going to do it. I showed up every morning at 5:30. I went from a size 10 to a 4. More importantly, I just felt better. I came out of this depression. I got this positive attitude. I felt totally awesome. It changed my life. So the question is, was it worth it? I don't care. It could have cost 3 times as much. In my opinion, it was worth it. It changed my life, my kids' life, my husband's life, and look at all the lives I'm helping to change. So yeah, that's worth it. It's my health. That's the number one thing, because your health can go away in a blink of an eye. And sometimes I think we really take it for granted. Like when we say, oh, that's too expensive, something for your health. But you probably don't say that for that pair of shoes, that purse, that makeup, you know, stuff like that that doesn't fully impact you like having your health does. So another story, there was this guy who had headaches every day, who had stomach and indigestion problems, who had these muscle knots, and so even lifting his arms over his head would give him headaches. He finally decided to do P90X after watching me do it for a year, getting up every morning at 5:30 and watching me. Actually over a year, almost a year and a half, he watched me. He then decided to do it. Was it easy? No, because every time he did any kind of shoulder exercise, he would end up with a headache. Well, today he's a 180-degree different person. He has no headaches. He's off his cholesterol and acid reflux meds. He has no indigestion problems or digestion problems, and he looks really good and feels good. That was my husband. It wasn't easy because he would work out and he would have a headache. This went on for a few weeks before he got over this hump, and then things started getting better. And now he is just, it's amazing. It's totally amazing. So my question is, was that worth it? Or should he have just kept doing nothing and his muscles were atrophying? So your body doesn't want to sit in the couch and be sitting all day. People that have arthritis, that have knee issues, back issues, you're going to feel better if you do something, if you move. So we have tons of workouts, tons. We have low impact, and sometimes you'll do a workout program and there might be an exercise, one exercise in the entire program that you just can't do. So you just don't do it. You just march in place. There are things in that workout programs that I can't do. And I don't say, oh, well, I just can't do this and I'm done and quit, because that would be really easy. And then I could just sit on the couch and eat potato chips. But I don't do that. I just look at it and I say, okay, well, what can I do instead? Or how can I modify? Or sometimes I just need to skip that exercise and just march in place while they're doing it. That's how these programs work. That's how it works. You start from where you are. So on day one, if all you can do is 10 minutes, then that's what you do. All my ladies from week to week are amazed at how much stronger they are. I have women that have never been able to do a push-up that can do a push-up. I have women that could never be able to hold a plank and are now holding a plank for 30 seconds, for 40 seconds, for a minute. They get stronger every day. And when you do that, you feel accomplished, you gain confidence, you just feel better. So you can throw in your hat and decide, oh, I can't do that, because the one little workout that I showed you, that's just one workout from one program. There's many programs. There's super easy ones, there's hard ones, there's everything in between. So I just want you to think about that, and I hope that you're just still open to hearing the information and seeing if, well, maybe you could do this. Because I guarantee that whatever your health issue is, there's somebody out there doing these programs and having success because they work. So that's just my message. I hope I didn't go too long, 8 minutes longer than I wanted. I hope you watch it, and I hope you're having a great day.